I've got 6 Cambridge C1 Advanced Use of English keyword transformation questions in front of me, and I want you to do them with me. So pause the video after each one, try it yourself, and then come back and we'll do it together. And by the end of this video, you'll have a plan that works every single time. Most students think that keyword transformations are a grammar test. They think, if I know enough grammar, I'll get full marks. But that's not quite right, because you can know the grammar perfectly and still lose marks. Part 4 is very sneaky. It punishes extra words, missing words, small grammar mistakes, spelling mistakes, and this one is huge, changing the meaning even slightly. So, part 4 isn't just about grammar, it's about precision. And there's a method, a simple 4-step routine that makes every question much more manageable. Plus, one trick that I'm going to show you first. It takes about 10 seconds per question and it will immediately show you exactly what you need to transform. We're going to cover the method, the marking system, and then do all 6 questions live together. So make sure you stay until question 6 because it's the one that catches most students out. Hi guys, I'm Izzy from English with Izzy, and I'm your Cambridge C1 Advanced exam preparation teacher. Let's start with a quick overview. In the C1 Advanced Use of English Part 4, you get 6 questions. Each question gives you a sentence, a keyword in capitals, and a gap to fill. And your job is to fill in the gap in the second sentence so it means exactly the same as the first using the keyword they give you. 3 to 6 words in the gap, and you cannot change the keyword. Not the spelling, not the form, nothing. Now here's something that really matters. Each question is worth 2 marks. 2 marks awarded in 2 halves. So the examiners split your answer into 2 parts. If the first half is right, you get a mark. And if both halves are right, you get 2 marks. So even if you're not sure about the answer, always write something, because a half right answer is always better than a blank. Now, this is one of the first things I teach inside my C1 Advanced program, because once students understand the marking, they stop leaving blanks and start picking up marks they were throwing away. Before we touch the grammar, I want to show you the single most useful thing you can do in part 4, and that's cross out the words that appear in both sentences. Because keyword transformations always have a chunk or a few that stay exactly the same. The beginning of sentence 2 matches the beginning of sentence 1, the end of sentence 2 matches the end of sentence 1. So your job is only to fill in the middle. When you cross out what's already there, you can see clearly exactly what you need to transform. And this stops you from writing extra words, it stops you from missing words, and it makes the gap feel much smaller. We're going to do this for every single question today. And now the method. 4 steps, use them every single time. Step 1 is to underline the meaning clues in sentence 1. So look for time reference, who does what, necessity, possibility, comparison, emphasis. Step 2 is to identify the pattern family. What grammar structure is the question testing? Is it passives, modals, reported speech, comparisons, conditionals? Step 3 is to write a safe first draft. Get their meaning right first and then perfect it. Don't start with the clever version. And step 4 is do the examiner check. Did you use your keyword? Did you keep the meaning the same? Is the grammar correct? Did you use between 3 to 6 words? Are there any extra words? Are there any spelling mistakes? So that's it. 4 steps for every question. In my C1 Advanced program, we practice this routine until it becomes automatic so that in the exam, students aren't thinking about the method, they are just applying it. So let's use it now. Here are your 6 questions. Pause the video now if you want to try them all first before we go through them together. Are you ready? Let's go. Anya studies more consistently than anyone else in Izzy's C1 Advanced group. The keyword is as, and the second sentence, no one in Izzy's C1 Advanced group, blah, 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 Anya does. So first, the crossing out trick. Look at both sentences. Izzy's C1 Advanced group, that appears in both sentences, so let's cross it out. Anya does. That's at the end of sentence 2. Cross it out. And what are we left with in the gap? Something between no one in Izzy's C1 advanced group and Anya does. Now, step 1 is to underline the meaning clues. We're comparing Anya to everyone else. She studies more consistently than anyone. Step 2 is the pattern family. Now, this is a comparison. And as the keyword is as, this means we need an as structure. No one studies as consistently as. That's the pattern. Step 3 is our draft, our plan. No one in Izzy's C1 advanced group studies as consistently as Anya does. And step 4 is our examiner check. Did we use the keyword? Yes. Is the meaning exactly the same? Yes. How about the word count? Studies as consistently as. We have 4 words. We're good. So the answer is studies as consistently as. We know that this grammar structure or this pattern family is a comparison using as. Now here's a quick quiz question for you to answer. Which sentence keeps exactly the same meaning? Now watch out because comparison questions often look easier than they are. So pause the video and answer the question. You've got this. All right, let's move on to question 2. Ivana regrets not starting the writing task earlier. The keyword is wishes. And our second sentence, Ivana, the writing task earlier. So again, we're going to cross out the repeated parts. Ivana appears in both, so let's cross it out. The writing task earlier appears in both, so again, cross it out. So the gap is between Ivana and the writing task earlier. Step 1 is meaning clues. Ivana regrets something in the past. She didn't do it. She wishes she had. Step 2 is to find the pattern family. This is a wish about the past, which means we need wish plus the past perfect. She wishes she had started. Step 3 is to do our plan, our draft. So Ivana wishes she had started the writing task earlier. And step 4 is to do our examiner checked. Wishes used? Yes. Is the meaning the same? Yes. We're talking about a regret about a past action. Did we use the right number of words? Wishes she had started, 4 words. Correct. So our answer is wishes she had started. Our pattern family here is wish plus the past perfect, and we use this to talk about a past regret. Now, if you're thinking, I don't understand this grammar, that's absolutely fine. This question is just showing you something you haven't learned yet. So go and learn the grammar structure. Write down that wish plus past perfect means the same as regret not plus ing. And this comes up a lot in keyword transformations. And then just practice it until it's not hard anymore. Question 3. People say that Ella never misses an opportunity to revise vocabulary. The keyword is said. Ella, missed an opportunity to revise vocabulary. So cross out the repeated parts. Miss an opportunity to revise vocabulary appears in both, so cross it out. And now look at what you have. Sentence 1 says people say in the present tense. And sentence 2 gives us said in the past tense. And the structure is Ella, miss. So let's look at the meaning clues. This is a reporting structure. What people say about Ella in the past form. Step 2 is the pattern family. This is a passive reported speech because the structure is subject. So Ella is or was said to plus infinitive. Because people say becomes it is said that. But this doesn't work here because Ella's name comes first. Or she is said to. This works in the present. But wait, we have never misses in the present. So when we report a present habit, we use never to miss. But this is about a general habit. Ella never misses. So it stays as a simple infinitive. Ella is said never to miss an opportunity, which is the same as saying it is said that Ella never misses an opportunity. We can't miss the word never, or we would be changing the meaning of the original sentence. For example, we don't want to say not. That would be unnecessarily changing the word. So let's keep all of the original words, if possible, from sentence 1 in sentence 2. Now, step number 3 is our plan. Ella is said never to miss an opportunity to revise vocabulary. Sounds good. And step 4 is our examiner check. Did we use the keyword? Yes. Is the meaning the same? Absolutely. Word count is said, never to, 4 words, perfect. So our answer is Ella is said, never to. Our pattern family, as we discussed before, is passive reported speech. So the formula is subject is said to plus the infinitive. So is this new grammar for you? Don't get angry at yourself. Just see it as a learning opportunity. So go and write 10 new sentences with this structure. For example, Oxford is said to be a beautiful city. Izzy's dog is said to be a little monster. People say that X is or X is said to be easy peasy lemon squeezy. Guys, how are you doing so far? If you're finding these tricky, just keep watching because questions 4 and 5 are where I see students recover marks. So let's look at question 4. Stephanie only improved so quickly because she practiced every single day. Our keyword is not. The sentence is, had Stephanie not practiced every single day, she so quickly. Now, this second sentence has a special structure because look at the beginning of sentence 2. Had Stephanie not practiced every single day, that's already given. So cross out Stephanie and not practice every single day. Cross out so quickly, that appears in both. So again, step 1, let's look at the meaning clues. This is a conditional. Stephanie improved because she practiced. If she hadn't practiced, she wouldn't have improved. Step number 2 is our pattern family. Had Stephanie not practiced, this is a third conditional but with an inversion. And our formula for these third conditional inversions is had plus subject plus participle. So we're not saying if subject had past participle. Now, the result clause, or the second part of the sentence, needs would not have and the past participle. She would not have improved so quickly. Had Stephanie not practiced every single day, she would not have improved so quickly. Now let's do step 4, our examiner check. Did we use the keyword? Yes. We need it as part of our would not. How about our word count? Would not have improved. We've got 4 words. That's correct. So our answer is would not have improved. Our pattern family, just to double check, is the third conditional with an inversion. And the formula is here, so you can write it down. But I have a little quiz for you. So I want you to choose the sentence with exactly the same meaning, because this is the kind of grammar that students often recognize when they read it, but they struggle to produce in the exam. So pause the video and answer the question below. Question number 5. Maria found it impossible to stop making notes during class. Our keyword is couldn't. So Maria, making notes during class. We're going to cross out the repeated parts again. So Maria appears in both sentences. Making notes during class appears in both sentences. Just cross it out. Let's look at our meaning clues. She found it impossible to stop. She couldn't stop. And now let's look at the pattern family. This is a modal plus verb pattern. Couldn't stop plus gerund. She couldn't stop making notes. But wait, does stop take gerund or infinitive? Always gerund. You stop doing something. It's not correct to say stop to do. Step 3 is our plan. Maria couldn't stop making ing notes during class. And last but not least, step 4 is our examiner check. Did we use the keyword couldn't? Yes. Is the meaning the same? Also, yes, it's impossible to stop. She couldn't stop. How about our word count? Couldn't stop. Well, couldn't, could not counts as 2 words because it's a contraction. That's fine. But the examiner in this situation would also accept couldn't stop herself from. Because in some cases, some answers have multiple correct answers, like with this example. The correct answer could be couldn't stop or couldn't stop herself from, because they mean exactly the same and the meaning of the first sentence hasn't changed at all. So again, just to recap, our grammar structure is modal verb plus stop plus reflective pronoun plus from plus gerund. Last but not least, question number 6. Evelyn's essays are better organized than Maggie's. Our keyword is well. Sentence 2, Maggie's essays are Evelyn's. So notice the subject has flipped. We've gone from Evelyn to Maggie. So let's cross out essays are. This appears in both. We're going to cross out Evelyn's. Also appears in both. How about the meaning? The meaning is Evelyn's are better organized. So Maggie's are not as well organized or less well organized. And how about our pattern family, our grammar? This is a comparison using not as, or the comparative less well organized than. Our keyword is well, so we're going to use well organized. Now, since we've flipped from Evelyn to Maggie, Maggie's essays are not as well organized as Evelyn's. So again, let's try to write our answer. Maggie's essays are not as well organized as Evelyn's. And let's do our examiner check. Did we use the keyword well? Yes. Is the meaning the same? Yes. Maggie's are worse, Evelyn's are better. How about the word count? Not as well organized as, 5 words. Perfect. So we've got our answer, not as well organized as. This pattern family is negative comparison using not as, adjective or adverb as. Not as delicious as, not as beautiful as, not as difficult as, not as quick as. So let's run through all 6 answers quickly one more time. The answer for question 1, studies as consistently as. We've got a comparison with as. Question 2, wishes she had started. So our structure is wish plus the past perfect to talk about a past regret. Question 3, was said never to. This is an example of passive reported speech. Question 4, would not have improved. We've got a third conditional here with an inversion. 5 is couldn't stop. This is a modal plus a verb plus a gerund. And answer number 6 is not as well organized as. We have an example of a negative comparison using not as, adjective, adverb, as. Now remember, you can get 2 marks per question and 12 marks in total. So even if you've got half of question 4 right, maybe you had the conditional structure but you forgot not, that's still 1 mark. So always write something. Always attempt every question and always do the examiner check before you move on. So here's the method one more time. You want to cross out the repeated words, then underline the meaning clues, identify the pattern family or the grammar or the vocabulary structure that's being used. Write a plan first for your answer and then do the examiner check. That's your routine for every single part 4 question in this exam and every practice test between now and your exam date. If you want to prepare for every part of the C1 Advanced paper with structure and expert guidance, my C1 Advanced program waitlist is open right now. Early bird pricing is available and it goes up when the program is officially open. And here's something you can download today completely for free, my Use of English Part 2 cheat sheet. It covers the most tested patterns for Use of English Part 2, the open close, which is another one of the tricky Use of English exercises. I'll leave the link in the description below so you can go and grab it now. And if you haven't downloaded my speaking phrase PDF yet, over 23,000 C1 students already have. This is specifically to help you give really good answers in the speaking test, and I'll leave the link in the description too. So guys, let me know what you found especially helpful in the comments. Did you learn a new grammar structure? Do you feel more confident about keyword transformations? Tell me, and let's have a chat in the comments. And if this video helped, please give it a like because it genuinely helps more C1 students find this channel. So subscribe for more exam prep like this, and I'll see you in the next video.